Did he tear his ACL? Oh, fuck, he hurt. Oh, yeah. He's still going. Oh, did he tear his ACL? Oh, fuck, he hurt. Oh, yeah. He's still going. Oh, you guys remember seeing Rams players, pink smoke, someone running on the field earlier on this show? If you guys are serious watch list watchers, you may have seen this before. This is not that again. It's another version of that, this time in San Francisco as the Rams took on the 49ers on Monday night. But Bobby Wagner, linebacker for the Rams, said, I'm done with this. Let's put an end to this whole thing. Let's watch a different angle of that devastating hit. It wasn't even that devastating, but it was still nice. I shouldn't laugh at this stuff, but I can't help it. Okay, details, because I talked about that pink smoke and the guys running on the field being very familiar. The invader has been identified as animal rights activist Alex Taylor of the group Direct Action Everywhere. Yes, we've talked about these guys before. The protest was designed to draw attention again to the trial of 2 members of the group in Utah where they are accused of stealing pigs. The goal of the protest was to highlight the Smithfield trial in which 2 members of the group, Paul Darwin Picklesheimer and Wayne Young, are accused of smuggling 2 piglets from the Circle Floor Farms in Utah in 2017. A month ago, 2 DAE activists, again, that's Direct Action Everywhere, they disrupted the LA Rams opening game of the season against the Buffalo Bills, as I mentioned. Also early in the year, the group interrupted a Minnesota Timberwolves game. I believe that woman got tackled before she even really got onto the court very much. But there was someone else that taped themselves to the goal at an NBA playoff game as well. They're finding themselves looking ways to bring attention to this. Here's an image of the 2 protesters afterwards posted on their Twitter and their Instagram pages. The man on the left is the one who got tackled. The woman on the right didn't make it past, I'd say, about the sideline. They got to her before she really made it into any kind of visuals on the field. So one more piece about this. Alex, who was tackled by Bobby Wagner, as we saw, has a burn on his arm. That's what was posted underneath this picture. They are beaten and bruised and in pain, but in good spirits. They appreciate everyone's outpouring of support and encourage folks to support. One more part about this, Schuster, because this, I was like, okay, fine, they're bringing attention. This is where it annoys me. The fan who was leveled by Bobby Wagner, check this out, you guys. After running onto the field during Monday Night Football this week, has now filed a police report over the incident. That's what TMZ Sports has learned. The man went to Santa Clara Police Department on Tuesday following that game, cops tell us, and filed the report. A spokesperson did not reveal any further details, and a representative for Direct Action Everywhere that took credit for this wild scene at the stadium told us that the report stems from a blatant assault by 2 Rams players.
Well, I've never seen Bobby Wagner hit that well in a game. So clearly there's something going on what it says about the Rams and how deficient they are in terms of their defense. Maybe they just like to hit people in pink, so they need a different team. As far as the Direct Action Everywhere protesters, look, they are brilliant at getting attention. And I sympathize. The Smithfield Farm factory that they went into back in 2017, the conditions were deplorable. There were piglets dying everywhere. They rescued 2 piglets for a worth of about $47. And here we are 5 years later, and the police, and they're still coming after these activists for showing how deplorable these conditions were. So, okay, I get you want to draw attention to the unjust nature of this trial against your friends, your fellow activists. However, when you go onto a professional football league and guys are all armored up with all the padding and helmets, and you're risking something here. Look, maybe good that you're drawing even more attention to your actions by bringing this sort of frivolous charge against Bobby Wagner. Maybe it gets you more attention, and I'm glad that the activists were not hurt. But you really do take your life in your own hands when you go onto a professional sports field, especially a football field, and you're carrying what looks like some sort of smoke bomb, and nobody knows who you are and what you're doing.
That's what Wagner was saying actually in the post-game press conference, or at least maybe the next day or whatever. He was talking about how it was, he said, we never know what's going on. At that point, we just had to put an end to it. And also there was security personnel that got injured. Somebody cracked his knee, it looked like he had a bad fall. And he's like, I just need to put an end to it. It was the end of it. I didn't go further than that. But there's one clip I wanna go sought for you guys. Because the coach from the Rams was a little bit more excited about it. Bobby Wagner was very subdued. He's like, it's what it was. He didn't have much excitement towards it. Sean McVay, the coach of the Rams, who's always kind of up, he was more okay with it. Watch this.
I did hear that. I think that we all know where Bobby's intentions were, and I support Bobby Wagner. That's where I'm at with that. I don't think anybody would disagree. Thanks, guys.
No one disagreed, including the 49ers head coach. From the other side of the sideline, he said, Kyle Shanahan, he said of the incident, I saw Bobby Wagner take somebody out. That was kind of cool to see. They like seeing hits, they're football guys. It is what it is. Thank you, Schuster, for that. You're right. I was talking about the stuff with Smithfield. I was like, these are good causes and we understand it, but we're gonna many people will stop thinking about it right after you get hit on the football field.
Right, and there was like Eli and Peyton Manning in their special Monday Night Football cast, and they were saying, "Oh my God, these guys should actually go nude if they're gonna go full protest. Like, what on earth are they doing?" So, look, a little bit of finding out what the Smithfield trial is about. Sure, that's fine. But again, if you're an activist and you run on the field with these professional athletes and you get decked and you get leveled, don't be surprised that people are gonna wanna focus on, hey, you got leveled, as opposed to whatever good cause you might be trying to promote.
That's what you were looking for, wasn't it? Come on, let's keep it real. That's what we're looking for.